Is the best present available, and that's the information around the world. From yours truly, my name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. 5 Cowboy players to watch in this preseason week 2 versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's go. Let me know if the audio's straight. Let me know if you guys can hear me. And salute to the first ones that's in here. And let me know for sure, you part of the notification squad. Swat up. Let's go. Yup. Come on. For my YouTube page, we're going to switch to subs only. Y'all know how it goes. SO sub only crew. That's what I'm going to name y'all. SOCs. We're going to switch over to the SOCs. Sub only crew. So if you're a sub, put SOC in the chat. That's going to be the new groove. Sub only. SOCs, baby. Let's go. Come on. Appreciate everybody for being part of this. Shout out to you, T. Smooth. Off the top rope with it. Come on. What we tell them?
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist.
Come on.
Does not
5,
mean that you have
4,
evidence that something
3,
does exist.
2, 1. Yeah. All right. All right, Cowboy Nation, I got 5 things I want to talk about. This episode may be short. I got a birthday party to attend. Someone is about to turn 6 in the mix, and it's one of my daughter's best friends, and we got to attend to Chuck E. Cheese. So if you're a Chuck E. Cheese fan, let me know. Put that in the chat. Daddy duties never end, and we got to run off to the Chuck E. Cheese. But I will be back later on tonight to talk some football stuff with you beautiful people and point out some of the things that occur in this particular game of what we need to look for. I got my trusted notes. Shout out to you, Tony Montana. Tony Montana. All right, T-Smooth, he says, bounce right to left. Let's the shoulder lay, baby. Shoulder lay.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?
So, but before we get started with this, I hate to do this, Cowboy Nation, but I got to do this. I got to point out this, and I hate it. I don't like doing this. But we got to call a spade a spade. It's a situation whereas I'm not saying one is better than the other. It's definitely not that. But the reality of it, if you guys been following my social media handles, you guys know I've been talking about this. And it is the good old Darren Woodson. He should be in the Hall of Fame. And when I say I hate to do this, because I truly, really enjoyed watching Lynch play the game of football as well, right? So I really thought that heading into the 2022 season, we would hear some news of one of my favorite football players of all time. Darren Woodson is now selected into the Hall of Fame, blah, 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 blah. I thought that we were going to hear that. The 3-time Super Bowl champ, 4-team All-Pro, 5 Pro Bowler, right? Look at the resume. Should I go on and on? I can do this for hours and hours and hours. Champagne showers, we could talk about this for hours. And the man belongs in the Hall. I get it. I love the campaign that Prime is doing, right? But not everybody was privileged enough to jump from team to team to team to team like Prime. You know, Woodson played on one team, and it was the Dallas Cowboys. I can only imagine now all of the legacy and all of the beautiful and wonderful things that Prime was able to do. Deion Primetime Sanders, for those who don't know, if he were to stay on the Atlanta Falcons, right? And I'm not sullying or denigrating what he brought to the table, because we know you cannot start to explain the NFL without Prime and his ability, right? So Prime is on this thing saying, hey, they just let anybody in the hall. Well, excuse me. You got to also acknowledge 28, though, and he just not anybody. You can't just lump him into that group. And I'm not saying that Prime is directly speaking about Woodson. He could be talking about other folks out there. But when you start to contextualize all what he brings to the table, it's nice. He was the younger guy on that defense. And throughout the course of the years, he was solid. He stayed focused. He made it through the dark ages. You can only imagine if we fool around and got a true coach up in there after Jimmy left. Man, this dude would have been accelerant, you know what I'm saying, to the league. Dave Campo, you know, shout out to him. He was very good at what he did as it relates to a defense. But as a head coach, we all knew the storyline, right? And the Chan Gailey scenario and saga, oh my gosh, you know. But I just want to say this, and Cowboy fans, I don't want you guys to be looking at this and saying, let me get this up off of there. I definitely do not want you guys to be looking at this and trying to say that, hey, it's because he's a Cowboy. We know that's already given. We know that the NFL despise the Dallas Cowboys. They can't stand us. But at some point, the players that got the gold jacket, that got the silver and blue on, they need to be speaking out about this just as much, right, as us fans. Shout out to you, Eastside, man. Appreciate you for jumping in. Texans look impressive last night, for your information. Yeah, I mean, you guys did look pretty good. You know, y'all gave put up a good fight. Now, is that something you can run home to in preseason? I would take it. I would tell this to you, Eastside. Take everything with a grain of salt. Take everything with a grain of salt in preseason. But speaking of grains of salt, and I appreciate you for the donation, man. I'll give you one of those, you know. Number one thing that we need to focus in, and we're taking it with a grain of salt, whether or not the Cowboys lose by 17 today or if they win by 30 today, it don't matter. I'm looking for the individual aspect in this situation, right? And the individual will be the kicker, for one. We need to see whether or not the kicker can make the kick, whether it's Brett Mahar or Lyram, Halaruler, how you want to call him, you know. And granted, they gave him a mulligan. They said it was wet. The person that placed the ball on the turf or what have you had the fumbleiers, you know how it goes. And they said, okay, we give the man a mulligan, right? But everyone have a reason. Results are only the things that matter. So we need to figure that part out, Cowboy Nation. Appreciate you, Jeremy. Thank you for jumping in. Shout out to my Facebook crew as well. Shout out to you, Wright, for dropping 200,000 stars over there, man. I appreciate you so much, man. And also shout out to Sean Mack, man. Appreciate you. He spelled Sean with a C. I feel you, man. I appreciate you. No need to panic. We just going to get it. Let them hang. Yes, appreciate you, man. Hey, we don't need to panic at all. All right. Number two thing. We rushing right along, right? Right. This is going to be one of my fastest shows. Number two would be Will Greer. I'm going to lump him into the whole entire group. Can we do that? Can we do that? So we're going to put Will Grier. We put Dak Prescott on the other side of the sofa, right? We don't need to talk about Rain Dakota Prescott because I truly believe that they would not even put him out there for a half of a series, right? Not even for a pass. So it will be Will Grier's show, right? This will be their quote-unquote Super Bowl. Will Grier, Cooper Rush, and DiNucci. In no particular order, because I truly believe that this team will still rush out Cooper Rush first, and then the second wave probably will be Will Grier, and the third and final wave will be Benjamin Anthony DiNucci. Those will be those type of things. Yeah. Cal Bundy says Sean with the C. Yeah, he spelled it with a C. Well, that's how he pronounced it. And shout out to Sean. He's a good supporter on my Facebook page. And speak with Sean on how he was able to finagle Sean with the C. But that's good, that close to the Cowboys, C, Cowboys. I like it, Sean. Keep spelling it that way. And then I need for this to happen. We all like the aspect of Cooper Rush going into that Minnesota game, right, and winning it for the Cowboys last season. Let me see if I got it pulled up right quick. Let me pull up PFF, and we're going to put up Cooper, not Kupp or Amari. We're going to put up Cooper Rush, and then we're going to look at it. Last season, 422 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 INT, 47 attempts, right? So those are remarkable. That's good standards by him only playing in 1.5 games. Good standards, 422. If you contextualize those numbers and stretch it out, shoot, he the second best quarterback in the NFC, right? Do we have any rebuttals to that? If you stretch out those numbers and stat lines, he's the second best. But it comes a time in a situation whereas you got to see who else can help you out. And it could be Will Grier. So let's see tonight. It will be the battle royale versus Will Grier and Cooper Rush. If you team Cooper Rush, put CR in the chat. I need to know. And if you team DiNucci, since his name is Benjamin Anthony DiNucci, put BAD in the chat. And if you team Will Grier, let me see WGs in the chat, man. Let me see those things, man. I need to know, man. Or Grier gang, however you want to let it swing. Let them hang, baby. Let them hang. I need to know. I want to know. I see a Cooper Rush gang in the house. I see you. J.A. Worthy, Will Grier, 3rd-round draft pick. All right. We'll see if he can live up to the I guess the notion of what he should be in the National Football League. Look, somebody said ding, 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 ding. None of the above. Somebody else is out there. I see a lot. Okay, so we'll be looking heavily at Will tonight. And if he can, it's always a twofold situation. The twofold situation and scenario is this right here, Cowboy Nation. If your quarterback plays well, you get a proper evaluation of your wide receivers. You get a proper expectation now of the wide receiver game. If you get a chance to see a quarterback drop back, his 3-step drop, and he takes it deep. If he goes through his progressions on a 5-step read drop and he hits the receiver on a drag route and then he's able to do something in space, we are able now to get a better assessment. It's a twofold scenario. But if you get that quarterback who's playing timid, who's playing scared, who's not afraid or willing to take the risk, and he's only dumping off the ball on short routes, you really can't get a true evaluation. You really can't get a fair assessment of the wide receivers. So therefore, I just wish the coaching staff said, hey, let them hang. Y'all 3, it's going to be one of you all to make it. But I want to see if somebody can let him hang out here, play balls out, lights out, however they say that saying. You got to make sure that we can see you, because we're trying to see you if your number is called out or called up, to see if you are willing to do the same on the first team. Huh? Let them hang, right? Cowboys chat. All right, number 3, we're rushing right along. He wears 3-0 on his chest. And some would say, man, he been the best out there. Boy, don't have me to start rhyming over here, boy. Shoot, I put Dr. Seuss to shame over here, baby. He wears 30 on the chest, and he's been playing the best, and his name is DaRon Bland. So we want to see if the moment is not too big for him, right? Can he marry up what he did last week and all through training camp into a beautiful bow, right? So all eyes, shout out to Tupac, all eyes is on Bland, right? We could start talking about Nashawn Wright, and we can start talking about KJ, but in actuality, it will be Bland. We want to make sure the things that we see, can he consistently continue to elevate? When you really want to make sure that things that you really think that's going on with that said play, you turn the heat up. You don't turn it down. I want to turn the heat up and see how much pressure, see how much fire this young man can take. Oh, Lord, he did enough. No! I want to turn up the dial a little bit more to his max capacity. I want to know when is his breaking point. I want to know how to break him, right? And then I say, okay, that's where he's topped off at. True coaches would do it that way. Yeah. Right? You don't want to pull out the anointing oil too quickly, right? You know, a lot of people, just to give you an analogy, right? A lot of people that's watching this show right now, a lot of people watching can sing like Luther. In the showers by yourself, woo, you can sing like Luther. Or if you're a lady, you can sing like probably Adele or Beyonce. But when it's time for you to get on the stage, you be like, hey, man, you know, what happened to Luther? What happened to Beyonce? You know, what happened to all of that? You know, you cracking up. I want to know if you can keep that same energy, right? Now who out here that's watching right now sound like Luther in the shower, you know? I bet you somebody said, me, man, I can sing. Shoot, I can sing like Gerald Levert, boy, in the shower, you know. Teddy Pendergrass. I can sound really good in the shower, studio grade, you know. And that's, truth be told, a third of the people that you really like nowadays, modern day singers, they all studio singers. They can't do an open concert by themselves. You be like, hey, wait a minute, that note right there don't really sound, he ain't hitting. You need to go back to the studio. Oh, man, you really don't sound that great without those auto-tunes, right? Y'all know how that goes. You know, them auto-tunes make you sound good. Matter of fact, I can probably be a top 10 R&B right now if I put those auto-tunes on. Ain't that right, Cowboys chat? Yeah. Yeah, shout out to you, Swain. All right, so let's go to the fourth column. I hope you guys been writing this down. The fourth thing to look for in this particular preseason game, game 2. Oh, yeah, look at the verses. Yeah, Swain. Yeah, be like, hey, Amarion really don't sound that good, don't he? Yes, indeed, you know. But Usher can sing, man. Shoot, that dude right there. I ain't going to even try to hit those notes. You know, Usher can sing. All right, so the next group, T-Pain can actually sing too. I ain't going to do my guy T-Pain like that. You know, as far as what we know, T-Pain, he can do more than sing. Man, look at T-Pain over there, man. T-Pain can do more than sing. He is the low-key, one of the best defensive line coaches out here representing the silver and blue. And T-Pain been doing his thing, man. So shout out to T-Pain. He's wonderful over here. All right, so the fourth group would be the wide receivers, Cowboy Nation. The wide receivers. I wanted to break the wide receivers group down all into like a individual situation. We can just throw names out there for right now, like Dennis Houston. I need to see more than one catch for 18 yards. I've seen him run some routes. He's pretty good on the blocking aspect too. He was pretty sharp last game, but I need to see more than just one catch, right? Jalen Tolbert, I need to see if he got rid of the dropsies, right? 2 drops, I think, last game. Hey, get some stick'ems up. You drop the ball, you win 18. I want to see 18 push-ups. So I want to see a little bit more out of him. I'm just a hard grader, right? Because I'm thinking, okay, when 3 weeks from now, when you playing against Tom Brady, Winfield, this is Winfield, right? Antonio Winfield, Banks, those boys, they're not going to let up. They coming with some heat. They're going to fill that body up, okay? Semi-Phil Hoko. I love what Semi-Phil Hoko did last game, right? So I want to see him, and selfishly, Dontario Drummond, I really want to see number 19 get loose out there. And who else wide receiver missing out? I don't think Noah Brown is playing that toe. CeeDee Lamb, he's not playing that foot. Brandon Smith. Turpin, I seen enough of Turpin. I like Turpin. I just want us to just, if you bubble wrapping everybody else, bubble wrap him. I don't want to see him in multiple deals. 4.29 speed is real, and if he's only going to run a 9 in the flag route or skinny post, then I don't really need to see much more of that in the preseason. I'm going to be real with you guys. Minimize that. Maybe on punt returns and kick returns, I could see 2 out there or some end-around looks, but I've seen enough, Week 1, he can be that quote-unquote gadget guy. Carol says, what about TJ? I need to see something from TJ. I want to be selfish enough to see something from TJ, whereas I do an independent, thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session, as we take a deeper look at TJ Vasher. I really want to be able to do that. I do. I really, really, really do. And I want to see more than the incomplete passes to him. And hopefully, if you see Will Greer out there, he's going to let him hang. He's going to throw 10 to 15 yards deep, and he's going to take it at least pump fake and try to take it to the house. And for those who've been out there in training camp, it's been Will Greer and Semi-Phil Hoko time. So if those 2 guys get out there and make it happen and make it shake out there, baby, it's going to be good for us to see. Winfro, thank you. Thank you. Please bring in Dicker, the kicker, here since the Rams cut him because they want to use him as a punter, not a kicker, which was the 4th most accurate out of college from Texas. Dicker, the kicker. Appreciate you so much for that, donation, Winfro. Before, and hear me out, my only pushback to that is before we bring in Dicker the kicker, we need to see these 2 kickers kick, right? We need to see these 2 kickers kick, and I don't know what Dicker the kicker did in the warm-ups and the training camps in L.A., but they wasn't that enthused by him, and hopefully we would find out a way. But if they sign him, is definitely they're gonna have to cut somebody to bring him in, and it need to be tonight. Either you're gonna roll with Brett Maher or Lyram, and if you don't like those 2, you cut one. We got to keep one, right? So you'll cut either Lyram at the end of the night or by tomorrow, or you cut Brett Maher by the end of tonight, by tomorrow, and you bring in Dicker the kicker. That will be the only solution from here. I don't think that they should roll out the final week of preseason with 3 kickers on the roster. No, you should be able to narrow it down. Narrow it down. That's the name of the game. And don't be holding on to these guys like office furniture. Make your decision, right? S will get off the pot, as they say, right? Number 5, the final part of it, would be swing tackle. I'm okay with the defensive front, right? Front 4 and 7. I'll be watching those guys. I'm okay with what Dan Quinn. I got a chance to see hands-on training with these boys, right? Hands-on. Look at the coaches, hands-on over there, right? So I'm okay with the defense. I don't see things like this from the offensive side. No shade at Philbin and his crew on the offensive side. I think Blasco or whoever his name is on the offensive side that teaches those guys in the trenches. But what I want to see is find out, can Josh Ball stand tall? Right? Can Josh Ball not get his name all over there again? Right? Giving up a sack. We don't want to see that, even though he played all right on the run. And I need to also see if the Cowboys can figure this offensive line out. I want to see good push once again, right? And that way I know for sure. 3 times a charm. First time you're lucky. Second time, okay, all right. Where they going with it? So this will be the second time. First time, game 1, maybe, just maybe, 6.4 yards off the ball, push, whatever you with that front. Hey, we like that from the front 5, right? Can they marry that up again? So if I see that again, I'm going to be like, all right, cool. Offensive line still getting pushed. These boys are averaging north of 6 yards per rush and 5 yards per rush. I like it, And then the last final preseason game, which will be a glorified walkthrough, third and second and third string Super Bowl again. I will be looking at that like, all right, cool. But I really need to know if this offensive line can stay intact. Jay Worthy says, Law, Josh Ball don't got it. I'm not going to paint him into the corner. My guy Jay. Technically, this is his rookie year. Technically, he redshirted all last year, and I'm not trying to give alleyways and tons of excuses for the young kid. But what I can tell you right now is that I will be looking to see whether or not he elevated. All right, so those were the 5 things. Kicker, Will Greer, the backup quarterback's number 2. Well, kicker number 1. Number 3 will be Bland. Can he step up, marry up what he did last week and all through training camp? Number 4 will be the grouping of wide receivers. Number 5 will be the swing tackle, offensive lineman in general. And Tyler Smith, of course, we will always be looking at him, seeing if he can get these mental reps, quality reps, keep his elbows inside, no calls, right? If he can end this game without a single flag, I'll be happy. Right, I'll be happy. Mel Renfro, this is Jason Renfro, was the first primetime Go Cowboys. Yeah. Yeah. I know you related to Mel, Jason. Yeah, he was the first prime. They wouldn't throw it his way. All right, quiz. What number did Mel Renfro wear, by the way? All right, and the other thing, as a collective, the Dallas Cowboys, can we stay below 17 penalties? I'm literally rooting for less than double-digit penalties tonight. I'm rooting for it. Like, we banging on the table. We are banging on the table. All right, we got a lot of people. Ken Hart, he's right. 20, money making Mall, 20. Yes, Dirk, 20. Okay. All right. You know what? I may have to I may have to start up the what do you call that, trivia game, the Cowboys trivia game. And what we're going to do next time is I went and purchased a Dallas Cowboys trivia game. And what we would do is we'll give this game away to the person that wins the next trivia game. I'm going to create and build one, and then we'll give one away, Cowboy Nation. 15, appreciate you, Carol. Appreciate you. Jay Worthy, thank you so much for your information over here. And Jay Lombardi and Monet, appreciate you guys so much. So those were the notes that I have for this game coming up. Yes, Woodson, once again, he do belongs in the Hall of Fame, and I definitely not trying to take away what John Lynch brought to the table. I absolutely love John Lynch's game. I think that he belongs in the Hall of Fame, and that's Darren Woodson. As you look at his resume, it speaks for itself. I don't know how the competition or whoever is on the committee looks at Darren Woodson tape and say, you know what, he don't belong, but put him in there. And I know it's political. I know it's political based, but it is what it is. They can't stand the Cowboys. But if the man, he shouldn't be sullied because of the Cowboys organization, right? He shouldn't be viewed upon as a guy that wasn't a main piece of the defense, right? So, and they need to stop keep getting this guy snubbed out of it. All right, Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, regardless of it. You know, they say if you fall down, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up, Cowboy Nation. And we know the temperaments of Darren Woodson. It's just like DeMarcus Ware. These guys are not going to speak out about this, right? They just going to go into their individual gym and they're going to work out even more. They're going to pump some more iron. And if you're in the Dallas area and you bump into Woodson, you will look at Woodson and say, man, dog, you look like you can still play, right? You would even look at DeMarcus Ware and say, hey, man, I know for sure you can give us a few snaps, right? It's all about keeping yourself together. And those boys been doing just that. Speaking of that, this team need to keep together and stay together. Ken Hart, appreciate you for your donation on my way out. Appreciate you, man. Mel Winfro was his favorite Cowboy player. But my play cousin father was Don Bishop. Who knows who Don Bishop was? Oh, yeah, y'all answer, Ken Hart. Who is Don Bishop? With the authorities, huh? Tonight, believe it or not, is your placeholder, is your reasoning. I got in my notes right here. Tonight, the bridge is being built by you. And that is the success. That's just the mission of playing this game. We don't play this game to be average. We don't play this game to be normal. We don't play this game to remain the same, even if you were great last year. It's kind of like running a race. You said, man, I'm trying to fight myself. I'm trying to be better than what I seen from myself. And those are the things that should be in the hearts of Dennis Houston, Jalen Tolbert, right? All of those guys should be looking at this moment and opportunity to say, man, I do not choose to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon if I can, to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build. I don't want things given to me. I want to take it. By dogged and grim and besieged and beset it, I will make it happen, Cowboy Nation. Yeah, BMF, we gonna blow this money fast. Because it's not about it. It's about the opportunity that my legacy live forever. And it starts even during this preseason game. so many people get recognized in the preseason? Because even the third of the Cowboy players that's watching, that's even on the field, they got to know for themselves that, hey, even if I don't make this team, there are 31 other teams that's giving me an opportunity, that's watching this tape right now, right? That should be the situation. That should be. And when you up against the struggles, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fall, you may conquer, see it through. Listen, black may be the clouds about you and your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerve deserve you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If worse is bound to happen in spite of all that you do, remember once again, running from it will not save you. People got to understand that. What you're facing right now, others have already met. Roger Staubach. Did we talk about Drew Pearson, the original 88? Wasn't even drafted. The playmaker, Emmett. Right? Keep your head high, eyes through the finish. Understand that making this moment in this presence could be your time, Malik Davis. There's about a guy of the name of Terrell Davis. Let me know what round he was drafted. Let me know what he did for that organization in Denver land, Moments are all around you right now. Boy, if I had enough time, I'll tell you about mine. But for right now, Cowboy Nation, that's all the time that I have. I really appreciate you so much. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content, and let this motivation move you. Let this jump inside you and put fire into your mind so that you can go out there and make something happen. There's 3 types of people in this world. A person that watch things happen, make things happen, and a person that say, hey, what just happened? Don't be that guy. Be the person that go out and make something happen tonight. DC for life, baby. I'm out. Salute. Let's get it. Let me know where I was wrong, right? Come on. We got this, baby. Look at DaRon all the way. Take it. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like
Take
me.
it to the house, DaRon. That's what I need to see tonight. Come on. Hey. Come on.
Hit the door and the dome and just whole team here.
Roll those credits, baby. Appreciate y'all. One love to the nation, the silver and blue nation, baby. Come on. Look. I ain't gonna even hate on Brian Dawkins like that, Jay Worthy. I love Roy Williams, but Brian Dawkins was a dog, though, and I can't even stand the Eagles. Brian Dawkins was that dude. Him in that Beijing die, baby. Come on.
Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on bling and she freeze.
Come on.
Photo, please. No photos. No. Jeez. No. Please. No photos. I keep giving game away. I put game on layaway.
All the time, baby.
I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today.
Now,
I got paid off pain today.
The rule changing did mess up Roy Williams, though. When they changed the rule with you got to be soft to the players in the middle, that did hurt his style. Roy Williams, still my guy, but Brian Dawkins was a dog, though. I can't even hate on him, man. I try, but I can't, man. Now, Brian Dawkins versus Darren Woodson, that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. Come on. All right. Shout out to the SOCs. If you're an SOC, let me know. Well, that's the only way you can let me know. Let's go. Yeah. Come on. Come on.
I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please. No photos. Jeez.
Let me go get this birthday party out the way, Cowboy Nation. One love, baby. We about, baby. DC for life. Be sure, Will Greer, light it up tonight. You better run it up since people say, hey, Law. Oh, my God. Let's get up out of here. I don't know what SOB is, but I know what SOC is. Y'all put some SOCs in the chat, but shout out to y'all.
Spartans! What is your profession?